We begin here. The death toll from floods in KwaZulu-Natal has jumped over the 400 mark, while at least 63 people are still missing. Thousands are homeless and schools and roads have been severely damaged. Search and rescue missions continue, and our reporter Siphamandla Goke is on the ground and he joins us now live to give us more. Sipa, tell us about whether or not you're seeing any of those relief operations reaching the people where you are.
Indeed, we have been seeing those reaching some people who are really desperate for help, whether South African Police Service members or South African National Defence Force members who've been deployed to KwaZulu-Natal as part of Operation Chariot. They are helping out stranded community members, delivering food. They are engineers as well, social workers. You talk about experts in terms of infrastructure. All those units have been activated by the South African National Defence Force as part of Operation Chariot. So the relief efforts are underway. Mop-up and clean-up operations also underway. We were on our way to track one of those units that are delivering support to those stranded community members. And you can see the amount of devastation here. Kola Nitsele will show you. Look at that car. Fairly brand new. It was underwater for a very long time, I think 2 or 3 days. It was washed away or swept away by water. It was in one of the office parks. The owner had left it overnight. It was swept away. It landed here. The owner was looking for it for a number of days. Couldn't find it up until the water levels were decreasing. Mr. Stolle is the owner here who's trying to retrieve his car. Baba, you must be very traumatized to see your car like this. What really happened?
Hey. Kwenzekile nje khona ukuthi imoto ngoba ibipake la engisebenzela khona ngazi imoto so ngakusasa ngoba belina nje kakhulu ngahamba very late on a Monday lina so ngisalo ngicheck ukuthi isimo sinjani so ngagcina ngihambile later so ngakusasa ngifika imoto ayikho kukhona ezinye ezikhona but yona yodwa ebingekho so ngaqala ngaba puzzle ukuthi khona into errong eyenzekile ngoba nefence ibisiwile imuke namanzi abesengena ebuilding so must check asibheka nesecurity sathola ukuthi imoto ayikho iphumile ngefence so bingabonakali ngoba amanzi ilevel abiphezulu kakhulu so salinda ke sambe sibheka driver along umfula saze sagcina sitshenwa abantu ababehamba along the river bank ukuthi khona imoto ebayibonayo emhlophe so sase sibuya ke siza lapha so must confirm ukuthi no yona imoto le Q7 so sayithola kanjalo so besanama challenges komuntu okufanele azoyikhipha ngoba manje ikude la nomfula so ifuna into esawu crane and ezokwazi ukuthi ikhiphe so nje yona challenges lawo namanje basila silinde yona icrane ukuthi ifike izosikhiphela imoto yize sekuneyinsuku eziningi imoto ilohlela and siya strip abantu la so nje sekuningi okurong sekwenzakalayo la.
Ithini inkampani yakho yomshwalense bayikhava into efana nanenhlekelele?
Hey thina si self insured so asinayo ilento si self insured so kusho ukuthi nje kuyi loss kuthina as a company it's a loss. So there is no way ukuthi singayilungisa imoto enje ngoba izinto eziningi zakhona electronic so zi damaged. Yeah.
Ikutraumatizile lenhlekelele.
Kakhulu akuyona yona yodwa isikoni le ukuthi yona kuphela ephumele ngaphandle but ezinye inamanzi ngaphakathi nazo futhi kuyacaca ukuthi ayikho into esazobuye sisebenzise ngazo zonke ilimele. So amanzi amosha kakhulu lapha kwibhilidi.
That's Mr. Kaya Sithole, who says there's been a lot of damage in terms of the business premises where they operate. It's one of many stories across KwaZulu-Natal. You know, in this river bank alone, we have spotted more than 3 cars here. That tells you about the amount and the extent of the damage. Earlier on, we spoke to the Deputy Mayor of eThekwini, Philani Godfrey Mavundla, who's responsible for infrastructure and human settlements in eThekwini. He told us that basic services such as water and electricity will take time to be reconnected because the water and electricity infrastructure has been badly damaged. Let's take a listen.
The infrastructure is bad. It's very bad. For instance, I think we're all aware that in Tongati we lost our water treatment plant. We also lost our wastewater, same with Umhlali. That's the situation there. And right now we're coming from the Northern Waterworks, as you have seen. The plant is down, it's still going to be down for some time. We've lost most of our trunk main that carries our sewer. That's the situation. We are, however, trying to make sure that the communities are getting the water. As you can see, the tankers here, which are up to 16,000 litres, that's what they're carrying. So far, I think the minister will give us the number where we are sitting. In as far as the electricity is concerned, most parts of Durban, we've reconnected them. However, we still got a serious problem if you're going to the south, prospecting. Our main SAP is still underwater there. We just can't even access it. So we're still faced with a challenge as far as the part is concerned. Most areas were okay. Umhlali is still underwater. We can't do nothing. But if you look at it, if we still got the sun like this, the water is starting to submerge now. We think we should come right.
Sipa, I'm imagining the type of trauma that those people were going through, as you were asking Ubaba over there, in terms of rebuilding the office park as he was talking there. I'm wondering if they'll ever even want to come back to work at that place with that low-lying bridge there.
They don't have a choice. At some point, they will have to rebuild. But the problem is without basic services such as water and electricity, it's a huge office park on my right. They don't have a choice. They'll have to rebuild. Look at this, clean up and mop up operations. Polani will show you that, office parks are trying to just remove the mud here. It will take weeks for office parks in and around the eThekwini to be fully operational. It's something that they say they don't have a choice. At some point, they will need to resume with the operations. Most businesses in KwaZulu-Natal and in South Africa have been knocked out following back-to-back lockdowns as a result of COVID-19, and now this disaster. You can imagine the economic and financial loss there, but also, livelihoods that have been destroyed. Many people are dead, 443, and on top of that now there is another new emerging trend in terms of people trying to access basic services. They are fighting over water now in eThekwini. There are water wars, trucks and water tankers that deliver water are being hijacked, and some of them are being basically stopped en route, and people help themselves with water. Trucks are unable to reach their final destinations, and that's something that worries authorities. Let's take a listen to what the Deputy Minister of Water and Sanitation, David Mahlobo, had to say about that.
One of the things that this information by the War Room is going to be made to all the leaders, the public representative. Councillors will know that this truck is assigned here, this is the number plate, this is the driver, this is the route. And if the councillor is not available, the structure like a ward committee will be there. But there are communities that we must appeal to them. They are stopping these trucks, they are very angry. They are hogging the water. Everybody needs that drop. It's our appeal that we need to do that. Let them work with their local leadership.
All right, senior reporter Sipamandla Goke, let's leave it there for now, painting a picture of a man who's self-insured, and unfortunately for him, people are now stripping his vehicle because nobody is currently attending to it. Staying